One.
And I'm not sure if it's recording yet, but there's really something wrong with what's going on. Let me check. It looks like it is. Okay. So last time we discussed many ways Goku has the advantage, and only 3 ways Superman does. And all 3 can be beat pretty dang easy. Superman invulnerability can be beat in multiple different ways. If he uses Kamehameha times 10, uses a full force punch with everything he's got to the head, would knock him out, taking him out of his used to atmosphere, like the King Kai's place, which he wouldn't realize to bring him there for that reason, but might bring him there because he's used to extra times 10 gravity on his planet, and Superman would not be, and then he'd get an extra little win there, not realizing it. And then if he got hit into a volcano, the obsidian will cut and kill him, because obsidian, if it's sharp enough, can cut through DNA strands. Meaning that no matter how strong Superman is, it will kill him if he gets punched into a sharp piece of obsidian. Radiation from nukes and nuclear power plants, if he gets hit too close to something like that, he is dead. And people might say, well, the chances of that are so low, which is true. But here is the one reason that I don't think any of those matter. If you ask anyone that thinks Superman would win, they would say because he is invincible. That has not stopped Goku in the past. In the Dragon Ball Z, the Dead Zone, Garlic Jr. uses Shenron and the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. And Goku still manages to beat him, allowing him to hypothetically beat Superman. And now I didn't even mention the way that he could beat Superman. I mentioned many ways. That's the one I wanted to mention last time, that he's beat people with immortality before, but without obvious weaknesses and weak points. Here's some more weaknesses that he has. Well, Superman may have his laser eyes, breath that can freeze. Well, laser eyes would be beat by one quick ki blast. The freeze breath would not do anything, because if he froze, he'd just break out of it almost instantly. And doing all of this without transforming in any way at all. And since Superman can move at the speed of light, but not while fighting, he'd be fighting slightly about 3 times the speed of a human fighting. Goku, while fighting without transforming, can go into about a little bit past the speed of light without transforming. But going into Super Saiyan Blue would allow him to get a times 4,000 power level multiplier. And anyone who likes Dragon Ball Z would know that power level decides your speed. So it wouldn't exactly give you times 4,000 speed, but using Kaioken, which gives you a times 2 gives you a 50% multiplier every time you use it, would mean that it'd be times 4,000 times 5 plus times 5,000. 4,000 times 5,000 multiplier. I don't want to go with a calculator to do that right now, and I don't feel like doing the math in my head, so I'm going to leave that to anyone else. Meaning that he would never take a hit. Even if Superman can bench press a planet, wouldn't get close to Goku. Not to mention his instant transmission to get out of there. And another reason that Goku would win, again with instant transmission, Goku can sense power levels, so he will know if Superman is dead or not. which isn't good because he won't be caught off guard as easy. But Superman will not. So if he thinks Goku is dead, and he is not, which he most likely would not be, he would get hit extremely hard, not being ready for it, which would really suck for him. And since he can't sense power levels, all Goku would have to do is instant transmission slightly far away, charge up the spirit bomb, scream loud enough for him to hear him. He'll come flying over. He will throw the spirit bomb at Superman. And since Superman, like I said last time, blue plasma, which is what Goku uses, would give him more health, technically. It does state that in DC, Lex Luthor states that ki, or it translated into real life terms, chi, is also a weakness of Superman, equally kind of equaling it out into just normal damage again, hitting him with a spirit bomb. And because he is indestructible, it would not kill him, but it definitely would hurt, because you could see many times he can for sure feel pain. You could do that multiple times. And here's another way. He doesn't even have to hide from him. Using the flying Nimbus, which would go at 1.5 Mach speed, can outrun Superman while charging up the spirit bomb, because he won't have to use any of his concentration on anything else. Meaning that he would hit him with the spirit bomb until he got tired and ran out of energy. People say, well, Goku run out of energy first. I mean, he'd run out of ki real quick at the power level he'd have to use to do decent damage. Someone indestructible. Well, not if you use the flying Nimbus, because it's not alive. So it has infinite power, technically. So if he ever runs out of power, he just gets on that thing and has that go. And yeah, that's a sure win right there. Goku, since Superman is powered by the sun, which he very likely will figure that out as Superman tries to get closer to the sun to get more power, will teleport him somewhere without a sun, or even a red sun, hoping for a difference in it. After realizing that, find a way to get his tail back to use go into his transformation and use the Kamehameha times 10 to do serious damage and make him weak to anything, and then just have the farm with the shotgun go over and kill him. And I just can't think of any way that Superman could beat him. Superman does have one attack that could blow up a planet, but it's a close range one, and the chances of him going at about 3 times the speed of a human against someone with, going at about, let's just say, for 100,000 times the speed of light, possibly. Considering that his power is so high, it can only be sensed by gods when he goes on Super Saiyan Blue. So, right there, the chance of him getting hit would be a lucky hit, and chances are he would not get it on his first try. That would be a 1 in a number that don't even think a calculator can make chance. Because I don't think he can use that move over and over and over. And another reason Goku would win. Man, this is going on forever. Goku could just barrage him with punches and knock him out using a full power attack. So, yeah. That's another simple way, other than teleporting him places that he's weak to. Yeah. Superman as you can see, Piccolo can destroy a moon in Dragon Ball Z Episode 2, so why couldn't Goku destroy a sun?